Evening. So what can we expect to see from the contenders? Sean Spicer is the RNC Communications Director and Chief Strategist. Sean, it's been a busy week for you, no doubt. Good to have you here this morning.
Completely unpredictable and fun.
Yep, it keeps things lively, that's for sure. So what do you expect? How do you expect the dynamic to change tonight based on the fact that there'll be 7 up there?
I think when you have fewer candidates, it allows for more interaction, sometimes a little bit more ability to get into the substance of an issue. So, but I think it's going to be a good debate. I think we've had 6 so far. I think in that respect, we can expect more of that. But, you know, the Fox debates have been really good so far. Great interaction, great audiences, great enthusiasm. And I think we're going to expect the same thing tonight.
What's the reaction from the other candidates in terms of, you know, are they relieved? Are they happy that they don't have Mr. Trump up there to contend with? They feel like that's going to give them an opportunity they haven't had in the past?
I think it's a little bit mixed. We'd love Mr. Trump to be there. I think for our party, we've done a lot of work trying to make these debates, put a great schedule together and holding it together. We're there. And we'd love all of the candidates to be on stage. But each candidate's got to decide what they want in their best interest. And I think some look at it probably as an opportunity, get more airtime. Some probably want to go one-on-one with the front runner right now. So it's going to depend on each campaign, and hopefully, you know, each of them will figure out, you know, what they want to get out of this debate.
I mean, he has said he did 6, and he feels that's enough.
And I think each campaign's got to make that decision for themselves. I think we had 20 last cycle and 23 the cycle before. We've put 12 on the table. I think the schedule has been very robust. It gives each of the candidates an opportunity, but it's not so onerous that they're spending, you know, all of their time running around the country to do this. So I think we have a good number. And obviously, going forward, we'd love all the candidates to continue to be in them. They're important. But each of these guys has to decide what's in their best interest going forward and how they use the debates as an opportunity.
Right. As Ted Cruz says, he sees it as a sort of a job interview with the American people, and those folks up there tonight will have an opportunity to do that once again. In terms of what's happening on the Democratic side of the table, you made a comment yesterday about Hillary Clinton. Let's put that up on the screen for the folks at home to take a look at. It basically talks about whether or not she will win in Iowa. I think it's coming up. And you say if she doesn't, she's in big trouble, according to you.
Yeah, I mean, just stop for a second and realize, I know the excitement's on our side, and so sometimes you miss what's going on with them. But she is facing a 74-year-old gadfly socialist from Vermont, and they're neck and neck. She had this thing put away months ago, talked about a 50-state strategy, how they were on the march, and now they're marshaling all their resources to Iowa, and they're down double digits in New Hampshire. This is an embarrassment for Hillary Clinton, and I think that even if she emerges as the nominee, she's going to have a very, very tough time going forward. This shows sort of the fracture that are happening in the Democratic Party, but also the weakness of someone who should have had this campaign locked up.
I mean, it's, you know, sort of like Groundhog Day for Hillary Clinton, because she went down this road in Iowa last time with no expectation that a young senator named Barack Obama was going to give her a run for her money. Now she's got a 74-year-old senator from Vermont at the other end of the spectrum doing the same thing.
And I think that's right. After 2008, with 8 years of preparation, you would have thought that they got the message on how to position themselves, and they came in with the same cockiness that they did in 2008. And I think if they lose here in Iowa and in New Hampshire, which I think they'll definitely lose New Hampshire, then that's going to be a long slog for her. All of the resources and the planning that she did, trying to assume that it would just be an immediate coronation, all the work the DNC did to make sure that she didn't have to go out and debate. They you know, only had 6 debates. They tried to bury them on Saturday nights during, you know, key points.
They've been sort of
and now you have Hillary Clinton. Right, now you have Hillary Clinton begging the DNC to add a New Hampshire debate. That shows you how the momentum has really shifted away from Hillary Clinton and towards Bernie Sanders. Again, I think that the idea of a Bernie Sanders nomination for the Democratic Party, the idea of a self-described socialist, would be a huge, huge setback for them as a party and her as a campaign.
No shortage of drama on either side of the fence. Sean, thank you very much.
Thanks. Good luck.
Good to have you with us as always.
So we are